Hi, I'm Richard.
I'm Margot.
And this is week 4 of Balboa Wednesday Night Hop.
March 2016.
March 2016. Tonight was the end of our first month of Balboa classes. We hope you guys come back next month for the continuation. But tonight we worked on our 4th basic. We talked about the out and in basic, and we also then worked on continuation of the rotational moves that we did last week. And
we did our first throw out tonight.
Introduction to the throw out.
Yay.
But we started out with the out and ins. We talked about the concept here that we've got, it's a flowing move, very, very smooth, where we do 2 counts of out, out, 2 counts of in, out, in, out together, in, gather, out together, in, gather. From the side, we have this continuous flowing movement. We did an exercise where we were touching hands, so out, in, gather, out, in, gather, out, in, gather, out, in, gather.
We talked a lot about the idea of having, for lack of a better, more descriptive term, a kind of like an infinity symbol applied to the rate of our movement. So not making a pattern on the floor or changing height, but more that we're going to flow in and slow down and then change directions and flow out and slow down and change directions. We don't actually want to get into a hard stop at either end.
No rock steps.
Yeah, we also want to make sure that we're not doing salsa steps. So we're not doing rock, step, together. We're actually doing back, together, in.
And then gather.
Back, together, in.
Just take all of the time for the move. Then we partnered up and we did it in closed. 5, 6, 7, and out together, in, out together, in, out together, in, and out together, in. Out together, in.
Follows, we talked about the idea that I'm not trying to hang on to my closed position hold. I'm relaxing my left arm. And for Richard's height and my height, I'm winding up catching him behind his tricep. That feels the most comfortable. We're trying for a connection in this arm without squeezing.
The same thing leads, I end up moving my hand a little bit to the open back in order to give enough room for us to move away from each other.
So you can see why maybe follows we don't want to wear open back dresses because it gets kind of slick and gross.
So we did a lot of exercises on out and ins because it's a very important feel to get that right before we move on into bell swing. But we also then moved on and talked about throwouts.
Yay!
And throwouts build on the lollies that we started last week. We've got this nice rotational move. You start with a come around 3, 5, 6, and then we open up.
Yeah. So the first exercise that we worked on was stopping on 7 to make sure that we are turning in the same direction.
5, 6, 7. So it's kind of this car wash sort of rotation where we're both rotating in towards the center.
Yep. One of the things that we talked about pretty extensively was the idea that we're stopping and we're pivoting on the standing foot. So the stretch energy that we're getting is a rotational stretch into our own arm as opposed to a step away from your partner stretch. So we're turning in. We want to make sure that we have a little bit of a frame on our arm so we're not collapsing into ourselves, but we're also not stopping here. We're letting ourselves spring into that arm a little bit more.
Get a little bit of gush.
Gush.
And leads, we end up making space between like count 5 and count 6 is when I usually let go of the right arm on the follower's back.
Yeah.
So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So on between 5 and 6, I'm already opening up, creating a little bit of space. And I'm watching my follower on that stretch.
Mm-hmm. And we're kind of coming through more or less like a lolly at the same direction. And then to release, we're going to use that spring and uncoil 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we are
back half of the basic.
At the back half of come around or a basic.
So put the whole thing together. It looks like this. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
One thing that we talked about follows, since we're turning, is we want to think about turning our head over our left shoulder as we're doing this turn towards the left side. It helps to get you started on your turn a little bit, and it also helps you find your lead sooner. So I can see my lead here already, so I can see what's coming.
And leads, we're watching our follower the whole time for this version of the throughout.
I feel like there was something else that we talked about.
The hand on the back leads when to get contact.
Oh, yes. 2 turns versus 1 turn. Follows, our default is I'm going to keep turning until I get stopped.
And the signal to stop is when the lead actually comes back in and makes a connection.
Touches you. So leads, if you fake it and touch and change your mind, you're done. It's all over.
So if we have this stretch on 7, 8, 1, by between 1 and 2, I already have my hand on my follower's back. As it's going around, I'm watching it. I'm keeping the hand low. As I keep my elbow low so that my follower has room to clear on the elbow. And then I just keep the hand in place and let it wrap around so that we come back together for the second half of our basic.
Follows, I'm making sure that I keep my left arm almost in the same place as where it was when I was touching Richard. So we're here, 7. I don't want to drop my arm because then it makes it a trap for me later. Yeah, so it comes back and bites me in the butt if I drop my arm. So make sure you keep your arm up. There's lots of fun styling options, and we'll probably get into those at some point in the future, but there's a bow arm, you can touch your hair, there's a hair wrap, there's all kinds of fun things that you can play with. So watch videos and try things out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And leaders, if you find that you're having trouble trapping your follower's arm, it's probably because you're contacting on this 1 too high on the back. Remember to kind of get that arm low so that there's room for the follower to
Boop.
clear the elbow.
Boop.
And not get it in your face. You don't get too close too soon. That was it. It was a full month.
Yeah, hope you had a good time. We'll see you again at some point in the future. Please come back in April. You'll get some more lessons with Chris and Katie and some other great instructors, and they'll be building on and doing some more new fun things with you. So we'll see you sometime soon.